Hello students, you can see in semester 1 controlling air pollution, addressing population, managing the urban environment, managing soil and land and food. These 5 units are coming in semester 1, and as you can see that the detailed syllabus for the last unit, that is the unit number 5, food. So food is divided into two main parts. First is sustainable agriculture and second is problem of global food security and food aid. Now coming to the most important abbreviations which are present in the unit 5, food. IPM, integrated pest management. GMO, genetically modified organism. HYVs, high yielding varieties. AICRPAF, that is All India Coordinated Research Project on Agroforestry. WHO is World Health Organization. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. FAO is Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. ICRISAT is International Crop Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropic, and this institute is situated in Hyderabad. BGA is blue green algae. PGPR is plant growth promoting rhizobacteria. NPK with reference to the fertilizer, where N is nitrogen, P is phosphorus and K is potassium. CTIC is Conservation Technology Information Center. INSP is Integrated Nutrient Supply Program. Question number 2, identify the techniques which help in achieving the sustainability in agriculture, and the options are crop rotation only, mixed farming only, using improved varieties of crops only, and all the above. So answer is all the above, because sustainable agriculture is a method of agriculture that main focuses on producing long-term crops without harming the environment. So some various techniques which are used in sustainable agriculture like crop rotation, mixed farming, drip irrigation, agroforestry and improved varieties of crops. So answer is all the above. Question number 3, animal husbandry does not include. So the answer is farming, because animal husbandry is the farming division that deals with animals raised for meat, food, milk, eggs or other products. So the majority of livestock are herbivores except for omnivores, pigs and chicken. So the answer is farming. Animal husbandry does not include farming. So it includes breeding, disease control and feeding. Question number 4, what is the modern method of irrigation? And the answer is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is sometimes called trickle irrigation and involves dripping water onto the soil at very low rates, that is 2 to 20 liters per hour from a system of small diameter plastic pipes. Drip irrigation is the modern method of irrigation. Question number 5, which irrigation practice leads to maximum water conservation? And again the answer is drip irrigation, because in drip irrigation, where it is a type of micro irrigation system used for saving water and nutrients by allowing water to drip slowly to the roots of the plant. Question number 6, IPM stands for, and the answer is integrated pest management. Question number 7, the phenomena of using a predator for controlling a pest is. Now what does predator mean? An animal, predator is an animal that lives by killing and eating other animals. Answer is biological control. As biological control is a method to control the pest by using other organisms as predator. The predators that are used insects, mites, weeds, etc. Question number 8, integrated pest management involves, and the answer is chemical, cultural and biological method. IPM is an ecosystem based strategy that focuses on long term prevention of pest or their damage through a combination of techniques such as biological control, cultural control and chemical control. Answer is D. Answer is C, chemical, cultural and biological method. Question number 9. Which of the following is not a characteristics or the feature of a transgenic crop? The transgenic crops or genetically modified crops are plants used in agriculture, the DNA of which has been modified using genetic engineering methods. Answer is none of these, because herbicide resistance, Bt insect resistant toxin and increased methionine content is the characteristic of transgenic crop. Methionine is naturally essential sulfur containing amino acid whose low content in plants diminishes the value as a source of dietary protein for human. Bt insect toxin, that is the Bacillus thuringiensis, is a soil dwelling bacteria that naturally produces a toxin that is fatal or very dangerous to certain herbivores, insects. Question number 10. Which of the following is a weed? And the options are Sudan grass, cowpea, parthenium and linseed. So correct answer is parthenium. Weeds are the wild plants, especially one that grows on cultivated ground, and these are the valueless plants, or we can say undesirable or troublesome plants. They grow profusely where they are not required. Parthenium weed is imported from the USA in the 1950. And this parthenin, which is a toxin present in the parthenium, is dangerously toxic and also responsible for bitter milk disease in livestock when their fodder is polluted with parthenium leaves. Question number 11. Biological control of agricultural pest, unlike the chemical control, is, and the options are very expensive, toxic, self-perpetuating and polluting. So answer is C, self-perpetuating. Self-perpetuating is a system that prevents change and produces new things that are very similar to the old ones. Question number 12. When a natural predator living being applied on the other pathogenic organisms to control them, and this process is called, and the answer is biological control. Biological method of pest and pathogen control involves use of viruses, bacteria and other insects. Biological control is a component of an integrated pest management strategy. Now, the biological control is keeping the population of organisms or harmful pests and weeds under check by means of natural predators and parasites. So the correct answer is biological control. Question number 13. Pesticides disturb the ecosystem by eliminating the, and the options are organisms which protect environment, microorganisms of crop, organisms which form the food chain, and none of these. The answer is C, organisms which form the food chain, or the organisms which are the most important component of the food chain. Pesticides can contaminate soil, water and other vegetation, and in addition to killing insects or weeds, pesticides can be toxic to a host of other organisms including birds, fish, beneficial insects and non-target plants. Question number 14. Biopesticides include, and the answers and the options are biopesticides, bioinsecticides and biofertilizers, B, bioherbicides, C, bioherbicides and bioinsecticides, and D, bioinsecticides. So the answer is C, bioherbicides and bioinsecticides. Biopesticides are certain types of pesticides, and they are derived from such natural materials as animals, plants, bacteria and certain minerals. For example, canola oil and baking soda have pesticidal applications and are considered as biopesticides. Question number 15. A transgenic crop, that is the genetically modified crop, that is resistant to hornworm larva is, and the answer is tomato. So tomato is resistant to hornworm larva. Question number 16. Dash cropping refers to growing two or more crops simultaneous on the same piece of land, and the answer is mixed cropping. So mixed cropping refers to growing two or more crops simultaneously on the same piece of land, and mixed cropping also reduces risk and gives some insurance against the failure of one of the crops. So in mixed cropping, seeds of plants are mixed before sowing, and the pest infestation of crops can be greatly reduced by mixed cropping. Question number 17. Earthworms are farmers' friend. Why? Option A, they burrow the soil and thus aerate it. So earthworms are known as the farmer's best friend because of the multitude of services they provide. The destiny of earthworms in the soil is considered to be a good indicator of a healthy soil, because they improve many soil attributes like structure, water holding capacity, moisture content, etc., and they also increase nutrient availability and degrade pesticide residue. Question number 18. Who is known as the father of the green revolution in the world? And the answer is Norman Borlaug. So Norman Borlaug was an American, and he was considered as a father of the modern agriculture, and he also received the Nobel Peace Prize. Now some additional information. Professor M.S. Swaminathan is known as the father of the green revolution in India, and Varghese Kurian is known as the father of the white revolution in India. Question number 19. Milpa and ladang are different names for, and the answer is shifting cultivation. Now shifting cultivation is a form of agricultural practice where an area of ground is cleared of vegetation and cultivated for a few years and then abandoned for a new area until its fertility has been naturally restored. And it is practiced by tribal, and it is also known as burn and slash cultivation. Now the key features of shifting cultivation is the use of fire for clearing the land, rotation of fields, use of human labor as the main input, keeping the land for regeneration for a number of years, non-employment of drought animals. Question number 20. Growing two or more crops simultaneously on the same field in a definite pattern is known as, and the answer is intercropping. The main objective of the intercropping is to utilize the space left between the rows of the main crop, and a specific planting pattern is followed in intercropping. Different fertilizers and pesticides are used for different crops in intercropping, and pest control is easy in intercropping. Question number 21. Which of the following is a weed introduced by USA in India? And the answer is Parthenium. Question number 22. How many nutrients that are essential for plant growth are supplied by soil? And the answer is 13. Soil is a major source of nutrients needed by plants for growth. The three main nutrients are nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and the remaining are calcium, magnesium, sulfur, iron, zinc, manganese, copper, boron, molybdenum and chlorine. So these are supplied either from soil minerals and soil organic matter, or by organic or inorganic fertilizers. Question number 23. Among the following, which is the major cause of crop failure in India? And the answer is monsoon failure. Crop failure, also known as harvest failure, is an absent or greatly diminished crop yield relative to expectation caused by the plants being damaged, killed or destroyed, or affected in some way that they fail to form edible fruit, seeds or leaves in their expected abundance. Adverse climatic conditions will most probably top the list of the causes of crop failure. So here, among the various causes of crop failure, like inadequate supply of fertilizers and manures, pest attack, soil conditions and monsoon failure. So monsoon failure is the major cause of crop failure in India. Question number 24. Which of the following nutrients are absorbed by plants in large quantities from soil? And sulfur is the correct answer because sulfur is a macronutrient while iron, zinc and manganese are micronutrients for plants. Question number 25. In mixed cropping, which two crops cannot be grown together? And the options are wheat and mustard, wheat and maize, sorghum and pigeon pea, maize and urad bean. Answer is wheat and maize. Wheat and maize can't be grown together in mixed cropping because wheat is a rabi crop and maize is a kharif crop. Question number 26. Green manure plants are, and the options are Poaceae, Solanaceae, Leguminosae and Compositae. And the answer is Leguminosae. Green undecomposed material used as manure is called green manure. Green manuring is growing in the field plants usually belonging to the leguminous family and incorporating into the soil after sufficient growth. The plants that are grown for green manure are known as green manure crops. Sun hemp, cluster bean, cowpea, khesari, barseem, green gram are the common green manuring crops. Question number 27. Full form of INSP, and the answer is Integrated Nutrient Supply Program. Integrated Nutrient Supply Program refers to maintenance of the soil fertility and plant nutrient supply to an optimum level for sustaining the desired crop productivity. Question number 28. Gene bank are repositories, and the answer is genetic material. A gene bank can hold many different types of materials. There may be seeds that will grow into whole plant, or egg and sperm that can be united to create an animal, or there may be animal embryos, etc. Purpose of the gene banks is to conserve the plant genetic resources. Importance of gene banks in an effort to conserve agricultural biodiversity, gene banks are used to store and conserve the plant genetic resources of major crop plants and their crop wild relatives. Question number 29. Sewage sludge is and the answer is semi-liquid residue. Sewage sludge is the residual semi-liquid material that is produced as a byproduct during sewage treatment of industrial or municipal wastewater. Wastewater sludge is a useful source of nitrogen, phosphorus and organic matter. Question number 30. Organic fertilizers are derived from, and the answer is plant and animal matter. Typical organic fertilizers include mineral sources, all animal waste including meat processing, manure, slurry and plant-based fertilizers such as compost and biosolids. Basic types of organic fertilizers are manure, compost, rock phosphate, chicken litter, bone meal, vermicompost. Question number 31. Which of the following cropping rotation sustains soil fertility? And the answer is rice legume crops. Rotations allow crop with different rooting pattern to use the soil sequentially, reduces pest and diseases harmful to crop and sustain the productivity of the cropping system. With the cropping rotation of rice and legume crops, it helps sustain soil fertility without the need of applying fertilizers. Question number 32. Crop rotation is defined as a, and the answer is system of growing different crops in succession on the same land. Crop rotation is the practice of planting different crops sequentially on the same plot of land to improve soil fertility. A simple rotation might involve 2 or 3 crops, and complex rotations might incorporate more than 12 crops or more crops. Question number 33. Which of the following is used as a biofertilizer for soybean crop? And the answer is rhizobium. Rhizobium is a soil bacterium that can colonize the legume roots and fix the atmospheric nitrogen symbiotically, and they are known as the most efficient biofertilizers as per the quantity of nitrogen fix concerned. So it is used as a biofertilizer, so basically in soybean field for soybean crop. Question number 34, pick the correct statement, and the statements are: legumes do not fix nitrogen, which is not correct, which is incorrect answer. Next is legumes fix nitrogen through bacteria in their roots, which is the right answer. And let us see the other options. Legumes fix nitrogen through bacteria in their leaf, which is totally incorrect, because leguminous in leguminaceae family, or the nitrogen fixing bacteria are present in their roots. And the next statement is legumes fix nitrogen independent of bacteria, which is the incorrect answer. So option B is correct. Legumes fix nitrogen through bacteria in their roots. Question number 35, what is intercropping? And the answer is, it is growing of two or more crops in the same field. Intercropping is growing two or more crops next to each other at the same time, and it is very important not to have crops competing with each other for space, for nutrients, for water, or for sunlight. An example of an intercropping strategy is planting one crop that has deep roots with another that has shallow roots. The purpose of intercropping is to control weeds, is to increase the rate of crop production. Question number 36, the repetitive growing of same single crop year after year on the same land is known as, and the answer is monoculture. Growing the same crops year after year on the same land increases vulnerability to pest and disease attack. The more the crop and genetic diversity, the more difficult is for insect and pathogens to attack on the crop. Question number 37, pick the odd one with respect to crop rotation. The option 1 is prevent soil depletion, so which is the right thing, because crop rotation prevents soil depletion, and it also reduces soil erosion, and it also reduces the pest buildup. So the option C is the odd one out, which is grows oil seeds before grains or cereals. This statement is odd one out with respect to crop rotation. Question number 38, the process of growing two or more crops simultaneously on the same piece of land with definite row pattern is called, and the answer is mixed cropping. Now the difference between mixed cropping and intercropping. In mixed cropping, the yield of various crops is harvested and marketed in a mixed form, while the yield of various crops in intercropping is harvested and marketed at different times. The example of mixed cropping, growing wheat and gram on the same land at the same time, is mixed cropping. One tall and one dwarf crop should be grown together. Question number 39, full form of WFP is World Food Organization. Question number 40, agroforestry is a so answer is all the above. So basically agroforestry is a sustainable land, and it is a scientific and advantageous agriculture with a greater number of benefits. Agroforestry is also defined as a land use system which integrates trees and shrubs on farmlands and rural landscape to enhance productivity, profitability, diversity, and ecosystem sustainability. We can also define agroforestry is a collective name for land use system and technologies where woody perennials like trees, shrubs, palms, bamboos are deliberately used on the same land management units as agriculture crops. Question number 41, tillage is the now the definition of tillage in agriculture, the preparation of soil for planting and the cultivation of soil after planting. The purpose of tillage of the soil, it has been used to prepare a seedbed, kill weeds, incorporate nutrients, and manage crop residue. The goal of the tillage system has been to provide a proper environment for seed germination and root growth for crop production? So the answer is tillage is the agricultural preparation of the soil as well as reduces soil erosion with improved soil and water quality. So answer is option D, all the above. Question number 42. Crop production and animal husbandry is collectively known as, and the answer is mixed farming. Mixed farming is a type of farming which involves both the growing of crops and the raising of livestock. For example, a mixed farm may grow cereal crops such as wheat or rye and also keep cattle, sheep, pigs or poultry. Question number 43. Techniques which focus strongly on rebuilding of soil and restoring ecosystem, and the answer is regenerative farming. Regenerative farming or regenerative agriculture is a conservation and rehabilitation approach to food and farming systems. It focuses on topsoil regeneration, increasing biodiversity, improving the water cycle, enhancing ecosystem services, resilience to climate change, and increase the fertility of the soil. Question number 44. Biological pest control, and the answer is targets only specific pest. Question number 45. Green revolution lead to, and the answer is resistance of pests to chemical pesticide, bioaccumulation and biomagnification of pesticides in organisms, killing of target organisms as well as pollinators. So the answer is option D, all the above. Question number 46. The current IPM approach targets, and the answer is several pests of a crop. Question number 47. Mixed farming system, and the answer is makes best use of crop residue, maintains soil biodiversity, maintains soil fertility by recycling nutrients, and the answer is D, all the above. Question number 48. Gene bank is a collection of, and the options are frozen sperm and eggs of animals. Next option is freezing cuts from plants, seeds of plants, and the last option is frozen sperm and eggs cuts from plants and seeds. So option D is the correct answer because gene bank is a collection of all like frozen sperms and eggs cuts from plants and seeds. Question 49. Which of the following is the best example of sustainable consumption? And the answer is option A, preparing a meal at home with food brought at the local farmers market. Now the sustainable consumption is the use of products and the services that have a minimal impact on the environment so future generations can meet their needs. Hence option A is the right answer. Question number 50. Which of the following statement is correct about sustainable agriculture? Option A, it focuses on producing long-term crops and livestock without harming the environment. Option B, it is a technique and method that protect the environment, public health, human communities and animal welfare while producing food, fiber or plant or animal products. So option C is the right answer because A and B both are correct as far as sustainable agriculture is concerned.